Okay, so I'm gonna transition to the product demo, and this will be in two parts. I'll start out with, the simple process of being able to create an account, and then I'll move on to SMS and email campaigns, and then I'll send it back to Fred so that we can talk about the WhatsApp help desk, as well as credit management. And then for this demo, I'll be using data that I've already created so that we can be recognizant of time. You'll notice that we've made this process as simple as possible and for anyone to be able to onboard themselves without, much support. So I created an account. I'm calling my shop Harriet Shop. And once you log into the account, you're able to see the dashboard. Again, our pillars are simplicity to use, being able to onboard yourself with minimal support, and also a clean and cut, kind of UX. Okay, this is our dashboard. It's very simple. There are a few things that you will notice that we've focused on or we've implemented on. And the first one is what Fred just talked about, which is basically audience center or a customer dashboard, if you want to call it that. And then segmentation, which Fred also talked about, being able to categorize your customers into different segments so that everyone is not bulked up to one database. And then credit management, just being able to manage your credit. At the end of this demo, we'll also talk about how to top up, how to manage your credit for the different accounts and for different channels that we already have. With that in mind, I'm going to move on to audience. So basically, this is where we create our audience. I've already created a number, but I just wanted to take a few seconds and show you how to create your dashboard. It's quite simple. We understand that sometimes you don't have all the data that you need. You don't have all the names of your customers. You don't have all the emails for your customers, but you could have at least one name. You could have at least one number. So we've made some of the fields mandatory, others are not. And then you'll notice that when we talk about segmentation, this is what we were talking about, being able to create a category for your customers. So for this case, I'm gonna create one just to give you a feel. Let's use a random number. I apologize in advance if that's someone's number. And then instead of picking the categories that I have, I'm gonna put this as demo so that it's clear that that's the one that I've created. And then I'm gonna pick it from here. You can see I've already created a number of segments just to ensure that we have that in place. I'm gonna save this. And you can see Janice has been updated. That's our name, that's our email, that's our number, and then the segment is different. Like I mentioned, there are two ways of doing this. You can do this as a single contact or you can import. And the reason we did this is to ensure that if you have over, let's say five customers, you don't have to create one at a time. You can use a CSV file and upload it. So it's very straightforward. You'll notice I'll keep talking about simplicity and easy to use and straightforward. You download a template. I've downloaded a number just to show you guys, and then you pick the contact you upload, and then they will be able to appear on this list. Okay. Moving on, if you have any questions, remember to include them in our chat. I'm gonna move on to SMS channel. Again, the layout is the same, and as Fred mentioned that, we've made this very simple, very straightforward for anyone who wants to use bulk messaging. So there are two ways of creating a campaign. You can either create a template or you can create an SMS from scratch. And the reason we did this is one, because a template means that it's something that can be repeated over and over. So for example, if you have sales in July, you don't have to keep on creating a new message for sale. So I'm going to show you how to create a template. And then for the email, I'll go straight to the email body so that you can see a variation of both. I'm going to create a new template. Let's call it demo template for access. This is you'll notice that the body is mandatory, and then we gave an option to be able to input, for example, if I wanted to put the name of my company or the logo for my company or the website for my company, something like that. This will be sent as part of the message. I save my template, it will appear here. And if I wanted to start a campaign, I can easily pick it from here. And then instead of typing this all over again, I pick the template, for example, the one that I just created, make this fun, let's say demo day, pick my audience. Remember we talked about segmentation, being able to send to a specific category of customers instead of sending to everyone. So I'm gonna select a specific category. And then we created a sender ID that anyone can use. But if you're interested in having your sender ID customized, there's something else that we can also do for you. And Fred will talk about more of that when we're talking about our settings page. And then just before I forget, one of the key things or feature that we're really proud of is being able to personalize. And we've talked deeply on this, being able to receive a message that has your name. It's just not dear customer. And then if I send this out, it will update for me. This is part of our reporting structure to ensure that you are aware of what's being sent out. We have situations where you might be the entrepreneur, but you have people working under you. So you have access to this information, being able to see what has sent out when and to what customers. We also implemented you're able to view a campaign, you're able to delete campaign, you know, the usual user experience categorization. And then I just wanted you guys to know that as we work on this, you will notice that the SMS credit is being deducted so that you're able to keep tally of how much have you spent at any given time. And when we go to credit management, you'll be able to see what happens when I top it up. It's a usual calculation of if I use it, my credit depletes. If I update it, my credit is updated accordingly. Okay, I'm gonna move on to email. Again, you'll notice it's the same layout, and there was a good reason for this. Like we said, we noticed that most people feel like email is clunky and there's a lot of information. So we try to make it as simple as possible. This is the email body. Instead of me using a template, I'm gonna straight on and just show you the layout. It's the same across the board because it's one application that will be used for the different channels that we currently have. The same format, I can use a template, I can personalize the email, the usual things, demo day, this is a good day. And the reason I'm doing this is because I would like to show you guys how they appear when I'm done. And then again, segmentation has been key for us, and you don't have to segment, you can send to other customers. But we also know that that's a good option when you're creating your customer database. Okay, and then when I send this, again, information is updated. You're able to see who sent what and what date, and the usual read-write management is updated as well. Okay, key to note is that we also working on scheduling campaigns. That's something that will be ready in a few days. Being able to create a campaign, but you schedule it, you know, for optimization purposes. I take a pause here so that you guys can send as many questions as possible, and then we can transition to WhatsApp help desk, which is something else that we're really excited about.
All right. Thank you, Harriet. Well done. Let me share my screen. Hope you guys can see my screen. Hello?
You can see the screen.
All right, very well. All right, thanks a lot. So I can tell you about the one of the fun products again we have, the WhatsApp help desk. As mentioned earlier, for this product really scales customer experience on WhatsApp. So you can be able to take WhatsApp to another level where it's almost an enterprise scale. It's your multiple agents, as mentioned earlier, multiple conversations, you get your reports and so forth. This is the admin view. I think I'll briefly take you through the admin side just to show you how these guys end up here. And you follow my settings. So I'll take you to the setting. So here I'm able to create multiple agents. You can see these two are my agents. I'm able to have create administrators. I have active and dormant administrators. So for you to be active, you have to confirm an email that is sent to you. I can create another user here, and then let's call her Jane Doe, and then Jane Doe will have Jane Doe at email@gmail.com. I can say Jane Doe is an agent. The number, no one will get an SMS, so no worry on that. And then should be added to the list of agents that I have here. I can be able to promote and demote, so I can come and change Harriet's role to an administrator level, or change her name or email if need be. So that's how you end up with the agents you've seen on the earlier screen. On the channel side, what you've done for WhatsApp, remember it's API based. So we are integrating with the official WhatsApp API. For you to be able to do the exchange of messages, you have to get authorization. So we have a number that is, we're using our sandbox number. So you can see this is a sandbox number that is mapped for this account. So similarly, in your case, if you want to use WhatsApp for help desk, one of the first steps is to get WhatsApp authorization, and subsequently to be able to get that number mapped to this platform. Then you're able to receive messages to that number and be able to address the comments. You've seen it create a Jane Doe. She hasn't logged in, so she'll be treated as offline. But myself and Harriet, we've logged in as agents, and that's why you'll see we're online. So subsequently, I can click on an agent, and then I'll be able to see this conversation. I need help. I see this number came in, and I can say, hello, my name is Fred. My name is Fred. How can we help you today? And then I'll be able to submit the reply, and that user will be able to receive. So once the message is sent, you'll notice that it's no longer new. It moves now to pending. So under pending now, we can be able to have back and forth. I think whoever's number this is, you can send it back to us. And I can be able to, this is one of the conversations from yesterday. And you can be able to, as you can see here, I can be able to manage tickets. I think we can work with this example here. So I can be able to say, I can add a tag. I can say the issue for this tag is mobile, M-Pesa. Then I'll be able to know tickets that come with, I can be able to tag multiple tickets so that I know most of my tickets are usually on what subject or which product or which brand. Over time, that can be able to help you know, from a product perspective, what are the most frequently asked questions, or what are the issues that you need to be able to deal with frequently. I think I can show you from my own number. I think this is my number. I'll be able to, let me send, hello, how can we help you? Once I submit that, on my WhatsApp end, this is my personal WhatsApp, so please don't look at whatever is on the left side. But you can see how can we help you today. Say I have an issue with my device. So basically, just to show you the back and forth conversation. So that message from my actual WhatsApp is going to be subsequently moved to. Is it now pending? Yeah, it's pending, and then allow me to refresh this. And then Fred, yeah, there you go. and then I have an issue with device. You notice all the conversations are tagged. So this agent is, that consumer is tagged as CT, and then this agent Fred is FR. So over time, because multiple agents can handle one ticket, so if anything happens, you're able to have a log of whoever responded to what conversation and at what time. And then, as mentioned earlier, you can close this ticket, and that ticket will be moved to one of the closed here. I can escalate. So when I choose to escalate, I can escalate this to Harriet or one of my other agents, and say Harriet is the one who handles with, deals with tickets about that particular product. And subsequently, that ticket is moved to, you go to Harriet, you'll be able to see that's escalated to Harriet. So basically, that's how we're able to manage all the tickets that come in, all the conversations that come into that number, moved to new. You can see another one that has come in. And then you're able to manage, once you respond to it, it moves to pending. You can move it to closed. You can also escalate the same conversation. Subsequently, over time, again, this is a demo account, but you'll be able to get your reports. How many messages have you gotten? What are the new pending closed tickets? What's the average response time, average response rate? Insights that can help you, be able to manage your agent's work. Be able to know which agent is doing what and at what time. On the setting side not necessarily on the setting side, but on the credit management, I think that's my other bit. Once you sign up for an account, you're going to get some free credits. I think we're quite generous. You'll have some free, you can send up to, I believe, about 20 SMSs, you can send up to 1,000 emails. So some of your accounts will be topped up. You'll notice there's a free top up on that. But you can always buy your credits. So you can come here and say, I want to buy credits via M-Pesa, and top up your wallet. You can top up your wallet or buy by channel. So be able to put in, say, an amount, and they put in a number, and I say I want to buy for SMS or buy for WhatsApp, and then I pay for credit. I'll get an SDK push on my mobile phone device, and then I'm able to gotten it. I'll put in my PIN. You notice this is 10. So once you refresh this, you notice that I have 15 credits purchased over a period of time. So now that will reflect that. So as mentioned earlier, our model is based on usage. So as you buy on what you need to use. So if you need to send out X number of messages, so you only buy for that volume. If you want to send out for that, you'll be able to buy for that volume and so forth. All right, I think that primarily is about the products. Access, again, a product of Belva Digital. Worked on it for a number of months, coming from the experience of being in the market for quite some time. And we really want to be able to support businesses, small businesses, medium-sized businesses that are looking to simplify ways to engage. And now that consumers move digital, we are at a space where we want to be able to provide timely, relevant communication in the channel where they are. Sometimes we communicate the channel that we want to communicate on, not the channel the consumer wants us to be on. That will be it from us.